Picture this. You're on a normal hike. Sun's out, everything's fine. And then the trail just disappears. No signal on your phone, nothing around you but trees, and not a single landmark you recognize. Sounds like the setup for a horror story? Here's a fact that isn't fiction. Every single year, thousands of people get lost in the wilderness. And most of them didn't know even the most basic things that could have saved their lives. Today, I'm going to show you 10 survival tricks that actually work. Some of these will surprise even experienced hikers. And the last one on this list? It's the one rescue teams say saves the most lives of all. So don't skip to the end, because every single point here builds on the one before it. Let's get into it. The first rule of survival isn't fire. It isn't food. It's the decision to stop. The moment someone realizes they're lost, the first reaction is panic. They start running, searching randomly, burning through energy they don't have. And that's exactly what kills people fastest. There's a rule rescue teams teach called stop, stop, think, observe, plan. Stop moving. Think clearly. Observe your surroundings. Make a plan. Picture our stickman freezing in the middle of the forest, taking a deep breath, sitting down on a log, and actually looking around. That single moment is already half the battle. A body that isn't panicking burns far less energy and far less water. And out there, water is time. Time is everything. The second trick is something called the rule of threes. A human being can survive roughly 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in extreme weather, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. That tells you something important. Food is the very last thing you need to worry about. First comes shelter, then water. Only after that, food. Most people make the mistake of searching for something to eat first thing. But cold or heat will kill you long before hunger ever does. Lock in this order and your odds instantly improve. Now let's talk shelter. You don't need a perfect cabin. You need protection from wind and cold ground, and that's it. The simplest option is finding a leaning tree or a large rock formation and building a wall of branches against one side. It takes 15, maybe 20 minutes, but that alone can be the difference between surviving the night and hypothermia. Here's the rule most people get wrong. Never lie directly on bare ground. The earth pulls heat out of your body far faster than the air does. Lay down branches, leaves, anything you can find. Even a thin layer dramatically raises your chances of making it through the night. The next trick is about water. And this one surprises a lot of people. Rainwater, morning dew on leaves, stream water, all of it can technically be consumed, but with real caution. The safest method is collecting morning dew with a cloth and wringing it into a container. It's slow, but it's safe. Standing water, swamps, puddles is a different story. That's dangerous to drink without boiling it first. If you can get a fire going, boiling water for even 1 minute kills most of what could make you sick. And remember, dehydration creeps up on you quietly. If your urine turns dark, that's your body's warning sign that it's already under serious stress. Now fire. And here's the mistake almost every beginner makes. People try to light big branches right away. It doesn't work. The correct order is start with dry grass or bark. That's your tinder. Then thin twigs, about the thickness of a matchstick. Only after that do you move up to thicker branches. No lighter? A lens can do the job. Even a lens from a pair of glasses or the bottom of a plastic water bottle can focus sunlight enough to ignite dry tinder. Fire isn't just about warmth. It's a signal to rescuers, a way to purify water, and a massive boost to morale. That's exactly why it deserves your attention right after shelter is sorted. Here's a trick almost nobody talks about. Finding direction without a compass. Stick a straight stick vertically into the ground. Mark the tip of its shadow. Wait 15 to 20 minutes. Mark the new position of the shadow. The line between those 2 points gives you a rough east-west direction. There's a second method too. Look at the moss on trees. It's less precise than people think, but moss often grows thicker on the north-facing side, where it's cooler and damper. Combine both methods, and you get a surprisingly reliable sense of direction without a single piece of technology. Now, signaling for rescue. And this might be the most important point in the entire video. The number 3 is the international distress signal. 3 fires, 3 whistle blasts, 3 shouts. Anything repeated in a set of 3 tells rescuers, I need help. If you have anything bright colored, clothing, fabric, lay it out in an open area in the shape of a giant X. From the air, that's dramatically easier to spot than a person hidden among trees. And here's the golden rule. Once you know someone is searching for you, stay put. A moving target is far harder to find than a stationary one. The next trick covers food, for when it finally becomes necessary. The rule is simple. If you can't identify a plant with total certainty, don't eat it. It's far better to go hungry for a few days than to risk poisoning yourself. Insects, on the other hand, are a much safer protein source than most people assume. Crickets, grubs, ants, once cooked, they're perfectly edible sources of energy, and professional survivalists rely on them regularly. It sounds unpleasant, sure, but in a real crisis, it's the difference between having the strength to keep moving and total exhaustion. Trick number 2 is something even experienced hikers overlook: managing your body temperature. Sweating in cold weather is dangerous because moisture pulls heat away from your body fast. So the rule is this: it's better to remove a layer while you're moving than to sweat through it and freeze the moment you stop. The layer closest to your skin should always stay dry. That one change alone dramatically lowers your risk of hypothermia. And here it is. The trick rescue teams rank above everything else on this list. Tell someone where you're going and when you plan to be back. It sounds almost too simple to matter, but it's the single biggest reason people get found quickly. If nobody knows you're missing, the search doesn't start on day 1. It might not start for days or even weeks. One sheet of paper with your route, left at home or sent to a friend, is the single most powerful survival trick that exists, because it starts working before any danger even begins. So let's bring it all together. Stop. Don't panic. Shelter. Water. Food. In that exact order. Fire. Signaling. Direction. And above all, make sure someone knows where to look for you. The wilderness doesn't forgive panic, but it rewards calm and preparation every single time. If this video actually helped you, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And subscribe because there's a lot more where this came from. Tricks that could matter in the most unexpected moment of your life. See you in the next one.